All right, so it got kind of cold this morning.
It did. We had a cold front come through very early this morning. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning when it finally moved through Oklahoma City, and temperatures got down into the upper 30s for many of us. We actually got down to 30 degrees out in the Panhandle. It usually gets pretty cold out there, but 32 degrees in Woodward, 32 in Miami earlier this morning. We only made it to 43 degrees down there in Ada, but yeah, it was very cold, and we still have some high clouds out there right now, but generally that's how it's going to be as we go throughout the day. We still have plenty of sunshine, and that's going to continue to be the case as we go throughout the afternoon. So kind of calling it more of a mixture of sun and clouds, if you will. And outside of that, everything is nice and quiet. That's the cold front that came through last night. But our next storm system, it's going to take a while before it gets here. It's actually off the west coast. You can see some rain now moving into California. So yeah, it's going to be a while. But in the meantime, it's absolutely gorgeous out there. This is our Integris camera, part of our Air Covered Sky Cam network, looking out at beautiful Lake Hefner. It's 50 degrees. We have a north-northeast wind coming in at 16 miles an hour, so a little breezy at times. It's 53 degrees in Stillwater, 53 right now in Jones, 54 in Byers, 49 in Watauga, and 49 over in Hinton. Lots of us in the 50s right now, but already 61 degrees down in Idabel, 57 in Durant, 52 in Ponca City, and 53 degrees over in Lawton. And again, we've got more of a northeast wind between about 15 to 25 miles an hour, but at times we are seeing gusts a little over 30 miles an hour in parts of southwest Oklahoma, but that will help to keep us cool as we go throughout the day today. So again, looking at the big picture, the main jet stream just to our north, we have some high clouds moving in from our south and southwest. Our next storm system is on the west coast. You can see the rain moving into California right now. So when will that actually get here? Well, not for at least another couple of days. So over the next couple of days, it's going to be pretty pleasant, actually. We're expecting a mixture of sun and clouds, eventually more increasing clouds or more clouds here once we get to Thursday. But by Friday, that's going to be when our next storm system arrives. And right now, we are looking for some scattered showers, especially on Friday afternoon into Friday evening. The weekend generally looks dry. It looks like we could have a very weak wave or a very weak piece of energy move through sometime this weekend, but I think we're just going to see some clouds from that. I think the weekend does look pretty dry. Once we get to about midweek of next week, here comes our next storm system. It doesn't look overly strong at this point, but it still could be just enough to bring us another chance of just rain. It doesn't look cold enough at this point for it to bring us anything outside of that, maybe except or maybe parts of northeast Oklahoma. But once we get into Thursday, here comes our next storm system once we get to about late week of next week, and that could be a stronger storm system. Of course, it's still so many days out ahead of where we are right now, so lots of things will change with that particular storm. So what are we expecting with our next chance of rain? Well, again, Thursday, we're really going to start to see increasing clouds. There is a very slight chance some rain could move in here on Thursday, but it's really going to take place Friday afternoon and a Friday evening. It looks like a pretty good shot that we're going to have some scattered showers around the state. But by Friday night and very early Saturday morning, parts of northeast Oklahoma could get cold enough, maybe even parts of north central Oklahoma, that we could see maybe a little bit of a very light wintry mix. But right now, it's not going to be a major winter storm by any means. I think it's generally going to be too warm for most of us to see anything outside of rain, especially here in the metro and parts of southern and western Oklahoma. So for today, temperatures on the cool side, but generally these are still running a few degrees above average. Looking for a high of about 54 degrees in Oklahoma City, the mid 50s to our north, and obviously the lower 60s in parts of southeast Oklahoma. Tonight it's going to get pretty chilly again. We're dropping to the mid and upper 20s to our north, around 30 degrees here in the metro, low to mid 30s across the Red River. And then tomorrow, temperatures back in the lower 50s. We are looking still for more of a north wind between about 5 to 15, could still be a little bit more breezy in parts of western and northwest Oklahoma. So over the next couple of days, temperatures will continue to fall. Our next best chance of rain will arrive on Friday. I think that moves out of here pretty early on Saturday. And then our next chance of rain won't arrive until about midweek of next week. Alex?
Cassie, thanks.